Hello everybody, welcome back to Idle Zeros. This video has been a long time coming. This is the SAHY series, back and better than ever. Though I don't know if we should call it that anymore, because pretty much any series is now the Betty series, if you favor optimal progress. Which kind of sucks a lot, because oh boy, did they release a stupid hero. Let me tell you, I was excited initially because hey, who doesn't like immediate progress? Um, but now I'm less excited about her. I think she's silly. I think she's dumb. I think she's bad for the game. She is Eloise syndrome, except in my opinion, it's much worse. Much worse. Just hyper powerful. You'll notice I had the wrong core equipped there. And so now, there she goes, just preventing everybody from attacking. This will be another loss in all likelihood. But, yeah, here we go. We'll just wait for this to end. This is pre-recorded and also on the iPad, so my assumption is that there will be plenty of black bars in the iPhone version of the footage. But, who knows? We'll figure it out. I don't even know why I'm bothering to voice this over, because I'll probably be voicing it over again whenever I bring it to the iPhone for the preferred aspect ratio of my dear followers. But now you'll notice, there we go, TVV's energy feed is successful, which means this stage is now trivial. HHA lands a stun. I'm going to be hyper embarrassed if I called this trivial and then still lost, but I think we're good. Yeah, there we go. 4-3-3 done. Moving on, we got a Valk stage. This is going to be probably a bit problematic. I'm not sure how much. We'll see though. We take Lucky Candy Bar off, add in melodic strings, because the game plan is to nuke. Especially with the CC hero. If we leave the enemies up for too long, they'll just kill us. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I removed a sweatshirt at that moment in time. So if you heard rubbing, that's what that was. Valk's dead. Sigmund gonna kill us. Yeah. HHA almost put up a fight, but it is what it is. Unbending will on everybody now. SAHY doesn't even get to attack. HHA just gonna die, which is as expected. What can you do? Nothing at all. Dedge again. I'll probably split this into 2, if not 3 videos, because this is a lot of footage we have to cover. It's almost an entire chapter. I think we started recording at 4:32. Maybe? The point is, we are now much further than I would have ever expected a 3-trans SAHY account to go. And like I said before, we probably shouldn't call it a SAHY account anymore. It's a Betty account. Just like every account is now. Because Betty is, she's dumb. It's true. She's dumb. Back to what I was saying. I was happy to have content cleared rather easily with the inclusion of a Betty. But now I am much deeper into the game than I probably should be at my moment in time, which means now it's either keep Betty or sacrifice progress forever. Almost a win there. At least until they add another dumb hero. Maybe this cat boy will do something nice for us. But as I've mentioned before, the Assassin Transcendence heroes don't have the greatest track record of all time. Oh. Dead. Yeah, so what do we have? We've got SFX, who is SFX. So that's pretty self-explanatory there. We have LDA, who is LDA, who does his best to commit suicide. Shockingly, he's not the greatest hero to use. There's a victory. Very nice. And then MFG is just the handsomest little disappointment of all time. He sure is. He's very cool, but good lord does he suck. He is not good at all. He's good at looking nice. He's a very handsome boy. I've always appreciated the hero design in this game, especially when it comes to MFG. God, I pined over him for a while. But yeah, he's just not very good at being good. Sadly. On the MFG account, I have a fully subbed level 2 core MFG at 3 million attack with a T5 PDE as his tenant/supporter for Void Campaign, and we're stuck on 1-3 still. So that's about as disappointing as it gets. Funnily enough, my BQA account, that is Bloodtide Queen Arania and Scarlet Queen Alora, that account is further along. I don't know where exactly it is in Void Campaign, but it is further than the MFG one, which saddens me deeply. And so that's why the MFG account is now a meme account where we try to crash the game instead of making optimal progress. New episode coming probably soon. I am looking for one more Delacium copy for another 9-star, so that will happen at some point, I'm sure. But you'll see HHA is doing his HHA thing. And yes, this is going to be a clear victory here. Annabelle and Rogan can't touch this guy. Yeah, no one touches Ilamok. Nobody. There he goes. Wonderful. And now it's another pain in the ass stage. I didn't realize how many of these there were in Chapter 4. LFA's fear of the backline. I've been a LFA detractor as of late, but his fear of the backline really did kind of make these stages kind of easy, because it just came down to reduce the Holmes Young energy and then win. And it was nice. But I do work out another strategy here for the Holmes Young. Yeah, I'll give LFA props. When the problem heroes are on the back line, he does a very, very nice job. Unless, of course, they're Valkyrie, in which case he does a very, very poor job. But what can you do? TVV lands not a singular twine, which is rather depressing. But oh well. Oh well. Sherlock successfully doving. That's not me actually losing connection. That is me. When it comes to these stages, I've lost patience. I can see they're possible in theory, but just seeing the thing, like the series of events beforehand that I know will result in a clear, watching them not happen over and over and over again, it makes my blood boil. And so I just had my phone next to me, and every time I didn't like what happened, I opened the game on my phone, and then that basically let us play through. faster because HHA, as funny as he is, when he's the last one alive, oh boy, does he like to be the last one alive. He's just shy of immortal, basically. But yeah. I believe I have the Auspicious Lucky Cat on, and that's why we're taking no damage from Miss Holmes Young. Very funny. And I have Dot Purify on as well. Eventually, we just needed to not get CC'd, which we did, and now we win. The Auspicious Lucky Cat is a crazy strong artifact. If you are even remotely a spender, you might consider focusing on one. It helps a lot in Void bosses, and so I'm going to be focusing my cats when holiday season comes, for sure, because I think it'll help against Void Boss 1. I think it'll help a lot against Void Boss 1, actually. Just having 2 on the team seems rather strong, in my unprofessional opinion. But yeah, 437 now. We might cut this off at... actually, I don't know when we'll cut it off. It'll be arbitrary, probably. But yeah, TBB being her TBB self. Mirror, of course, so she feeds herself energy at the start of the round. And then it's just that over and over again. Forever. Sigmund wakes up, but I believe it's going to be too little too late for him. There we go. Double perceptual disorder. He can do nothing. 437 hath been cleared. Now time for a Valk stage. This is going to take a while, so what I may do is I'll tap the screen. Yeah, we're just going to do this. Yeah, you'll notice fail, 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 forever and ever and ever. Fail, 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 fail. Oh boy, fail. But if you look at the little footage bar down there, you'll notice it is eventually not a fail. So we'll just keep doing this. Some of these look nice, and then we're just going to skip. Oh, there was a win, so let's see what happened. What did I change? There, HHA and TBB killed us. Betty did not land a twine on that bottom Valkyrie, so that kept us from using 1 layer of Unbending Will. And there we go. Now we have a double Gustin, which you know is not particularly fun. Gustin and Valkyrie. Did I do this first try? Yes. I got lucky with who you were pinging there. Yeah. Fair and balanced. Of course. Bam. Bam. And that's done. And so all these stages are just going to be trivial now. Anybody who targets slot 1, they're just going to feel the wrath of Betty. Everyone feeling the wrath of Betty here. Garuda resisting our crowd control, which is interesting, but it's not going to matter. Down she goes. I don't know what I'm bothering to change here. Attribute reduction purify, that makes sense. Because it is a Tix wave after all. And they hit Betty. And now the silliness can ensue, of course. Double perceptual disorder, that looks nice. Here comes More crowd control from Betty. Ticks resisting our crowd control, but it doesn't matter. 4-4-2 done. Very nice. The point of this, because I know I'm going to get comments either on Discord or on here. The point is not to say, well, look, the SAHY route is viable. Because, well, this is confounded by tons of things like Treasure Train and the Awaken. And this isn't really a SAHY route. As I've alluded to, this is Betty and the other guys. And it would probably work with any combination of heroes. In all honesty, which is sad, but, you know, always gotta introduce stronger heroes to shake up the meta. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. The point is not to say, well, look, see, SAHY route, it's good. Chapter 4 cleared with 3 trans. That's not what I'm doing. I want to make myself very clear there. I'm aware that this is not a minimal clear. I think Treasure Train is 1.5 mil now, which is more than double what it was when I did my Overseer clear. And that's because, well, the main account, it's, if I wanted to rush progress on that thing, it would be, it would ruin me, probably, because we would need tons of Cores of Origins and better Awakens and blah, 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 blah. This is just more fun, and more importantly, it'll let me buy my family things for Christmas instead of, you know, having no money. So that's better. Better this way for everybody, probably. And it's probably more fun for you guys, because who wants to see another LFA and Betty just tearing up late game content? Star Alchemist Holmes Young is more fun for me. I hope he's more fun for you. And of course, we get to watch AJJ do this. But yeah, much more fun now. So I get to focus on this account instead of the main for a while. Maybe we'll get enough divine power or new power system altogether such that Chapter 6 becomes achievable again, but as of now, it's just totally not. Totally not. Kind of sucks. Maybe we'll get a dot hero, or a hero that is completely antagonistic to damage over time. Until that point, though, I anticipate little to no progress. Is this another first try Gustin stage? Nope, it's not. Sag. Is what it is. Those Ithaquois really don't want to get twined, do they? There go the Rogans. And Holmes is going to die. There he goes. Is what it is. Twine's a little bit better. Better crit RNG as well. Both Gustins nearing death, and that'll be the clear. Very nice. If you don't know Star Alchemist Holmes Young's transition skill, it targets 3 random enemies. So if you see some rounds where the crit RNG seems to be the same, but enemies are much more dead or much less dead than in other attempts, it's likely to do with his Destiny skill. So that's cool. Very fun. I think SAHY, I will admit, I kind of forced him to be a main carry. Went out of my way to build lots of things. It was easier than I expected it to be, for sure. But he's not the most convenient hero to make work. I think his Destiny made him a bit more viable. Just a bit. Ma'am. But I don't really think people are planning their main carry based on the Destiny skills of them at this point in the game. I think that's way too far off. Garuda hits. And now, hilarity can ensue. Remember when Morak's Garuda stages were hard? I do. Not anymore. Yeah, Betty makes me salty a little bit. A little bit of salt coming from this guy. Oh well. Oh well. It's fun watching her work, but I don't know. Like I cleared an entire chapter in a day. This is the next stage that caused the problem. That's going to be the end of this footage here. Yes. So we can delete that video. Bam, deleted. Now on to the next one. 451. This stage made me furious because I knew it was possible. I have a pretty decent eye for whether or not the mechanics of a fight are possible. And that just comes with time, with knowing your heroes and their damage outputs. And you'll notice at that point, I was just so pissed off. I was just trying it over and over again. Just to sort of crank out the attempts as fast as possible, and then eventually it worked. Because if you don't know, the fight is calculated before the animation plays out. And so you can just start the fight and then exit the game, and then the fight will have resulted in a victory if you won, and so you'll come into the next stage when you open the game again. It's actually a way that you could speed run the game. Like if there was like a speed run mode where you were just given every resource in the game and they just said clear as fast as possible, go for a world record. That's the strategy you would probably do. You would have a second device next to you, and then you would just try and try and try. Just reloading the game on different devices and such. But at that point, I was just so fed up with watching attempts. I think I sat there for like 40 minutes watching it almost be a victory, and so I just got pissed off, and I was just like, I'm just going to crank this out as fast as possible. It eventually worked, and so the rest is history. TBB failing to get even a singular twine with her first little bit there. 4C's murdering everybody except for HHA, the sustain master. Do I put Rui on? Looks like it. Yep. Bam. So I might switch SAHY to defensive mode as well. I can't remember. But this is basically the same system as Overseer, where it doesn't matter the stats of your main carry, because TBB can just have them jailed and locked down for all eternity. Yeah, looks like I do that. Yes. Yes, very nice. I'm one core chest away from having a noble TBB core, and 2 lemon chests away from having maxed sublimations, which means Betty will be my next Destiny hero. By the way, her skills underwhelm me a bit. I find them a bit underwhelming. She's just more Betty, which I think is good. I don't think she should have been given a busted Destiny skill because she's the most busted hero in the game. On my lights, anyway. That's how I see it. But, I mean, she's obviously still good, and Destiny just makes her more chunky. Which we like. We like a chunky Betty. Sounds like an ice cream flavor. But yeah, this is what we do. Attribute reduction purify to give SAHY more attack. Bam, near perfect twines. -1s everywhere. but eventually SAHY purifies his attack reduction. And we are off to the races now. Everybody passing out. You'll notice the little green burst of light whenever somebody aside from SAHY gets an active skill. That's because SAHY unleashes his destiny when any ally, including himself, does an active skill. But he gains 6 layers. There's one AirPod gone. Hopefully the other one can last until the recording session is over. We'll have to see, though. Do we even need Betty for this? Maybe not. Actually, we might, because LFA is just gonna, yeah. There it goes. There it goes. So, Betty gets mirror again. I'm confused as to where it is. Forgot I put it on Ilamok. But Betty with mirror now. There we are. Control purify, and back to it. Oh boy, not healthy. Ilamok laughing off every last bit of damage they tried to do to us. But LFA's gone, so we are not in danger of losing anymore. It doesn't even matter that SFX outspeeds, because Holmes' Destiny skill will attack her even if she dodges the initial active skill. So there's that. Eos hits Betty, and now the stage is won for us. Simple as that. Wouldn't it be cool if all the stages scaled in a linear fashion in terms of difficulty rather than having some stupid easy stage for 8 levels in a row and then 1 giga hard stage after that? I feel as though that would be more fun. But I don't know. Maybe it's just like the Mim waves happening over again, if you remember the Mim waves. They're not super hard now because you have Eloise and Ignis, but those things used to be mega brutal. They were quite problematic back when we didn't have Tower of Dreams. Do I first shot this? I don't remember. Looks like not. How much longer on this one? Skipping. Because I want this to be a digestible video for us. So we're just going to skip it over and over and over again. Blah, blah, blah. Oh boy, yeah. Skipping rapid fire now, avert your eyes if you have sensitive looking parts. Oh man. Yeah, we don't need to watch this because it's just going to last for eternity. And we can start watching again now. There we go. This will probably just be part 1 of Star Alchemist Holmes Young and Void campaign because we have lots of footage remaining, as I alluded to. I might turn this into a super video. I could do that, but it probably won't. I think 2 equally large videos is probably the way to go. Yeah, that seems like a good idea to me. Where we finish with 4, 5, 8, and then I lost connection with my second AirPod, so now I'm walking around. So if you can now hear the ambient environment, that's going to be why. But yeah, I think it's a good idea. We'll finish up with this stage. And then the series, you'll notice you can tell how many twines Betty gets with the amount of energy that she gains upon unleashing a twine. Sometimes it's very depressing. Like if she gets 30 energy, that means she didn't get any twine. It just means her passive 2 did its thing. But down go the Taras, and it's over. HHA is the last man standing there. Russell hits Betty, triggers her P2, but it doesn't do anything to them, but her second one will come around. There we go. Dazzled, but it doesn't seem to matter anymore. Sia kills now our Betty. SAHY finishes them off, and there's that. And now here is 4, 5, 10. Ignis hits Betty. SAHY hits us. Asmodel hits us. But we laugh it off because we have too much damage reduction at this point. SAHY didn't have perceptual disorder, which is nice. There's SAHY, not mine, of course. We like it when he has perceptual disorder. But down goes the team. Ignis heals, but it's going to be all for naught. We've got too much damage now. HHA getting the kill. And that will be that. That is going to conclude part 1 of SAHY and Void Campaign. So, thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day.